Hey everyone, so this is what happens when you forget your insomnia medicine on the charter and you're back on the plane tomorrow and the pilot won't go back onto the strip to get it for you. So I had the two boxes that I sent you. And you always gotta double check that there's no boxes underneath the bubble wrap. Needless to say, I think we need to come together as a group and have an intervention with Richard and Chris. Those of you who know Connor need to confirm whether he's aware of this, but I think we might have. I think we might have. I think we might have enough bubble wrap here for a while, to say the least. That was just a mental joke, just in case we have green warriors who are ready to take the war to the soldiers. So the boxes got delivered to Zululand. I was in Hungary at the time doing work. Then I knew I was going to be back in Austria 2 days early, so I got DHL Express, which the price kind of outweighed the it's best not to think of the price, but nothing mind-blowing like Richard's Grails. And apologies for the I haven't. This is the first Futurama one, just Bender. Luckily it was a chase. G.I. Joe, grew up playing them again. Lucky it was a chase. I know the Electric State on Netflix. I haven't watched it. I'm sure it's crap. But I'm a sucker for Chris Pratt and what he did for Guardians of the Galaxy. I know it was James Gunn, etc. So I got the Electric State set. And then it's still a bit of a bummer that the MLB hasn't done like a legendary run, like with Jorge Posada or Buster Posey or Johnny Bench or Yogi Berra. But Jake Taylor, Major Leagues is one of the greatest movies ever. So yeah, got that one. And then the Ronin, I got, sorry for the lighting here, I know it's terrible. I got Leonardo with swords, not Peter, with swords. I'm suspecting I should probably buy the 6-pack or whatever it is, or at the very least the black and white one, because Casey Rocket came out really, really well. Johnny Knoxville was a huge fan of WWF in the 90s, but didn't stay with it. Then with the latest Jackass, I was quite pumped to watch them until I found out that like all the new cast don't get paid. This is kind of like a, hey man, you get a lot of screen time, so you don't need to be paid. And when he's making millions of dollars, it's a bit of a rash. But anyway, that run was really cool. I actually, what is the Comic Con on that one? My eyesight has gone completely. It's hilarious how they say at 40 you lose your eyesight, and that's exactly what happened to me. NWO, Hogan and the Outsiders. I had one, just wanted another one for the hell of it. And then I've always liked Diesel. Don't ask me why. I know he's lame. He did win the world championship once, I think. But again, just high school memories. And to get a graded one from JSA or whatever it is was awesome. So thank you to, as always, thank you to Richard and to Chris and to Richard. He-Man, I have no idea what in the world they're doing. But I thought, it's He-Man. Probably one of the most influential toys that I played with growing up. Skeletor, that Skeletor. And then changing the color palette, instead of She-Ra or the old school, the meme Skeletor, which I think is what it is, which is what I should get. It must have been when I was on a charter. Queen Elizabeth II. I have no interest in the royal families, though she does have a little corgi dog, which is pretty cute. But there's only one thing better than the Queen, which is not Andrew or Harry falling. It's her green outfits. I owe someone in PE duplicates. I've got another duplicate. This was Boa Hancock from One Piece. Incredible detail on the figurine itself. I was very surprised, and I was wondering why I had bought it. Even though I'm not a One Piece fan, for some reason, I know it's not right, but for some reason I was impressed with this one from One Piece. So these are kind of like the throwaway, not throwaway, but the smaller brands. Then there's Star Wars Yoda, seeing as my name is Luke. My disdain for Star Wars. By the way, did anyone know that Yoda had like quite a cool hairstyle. I don't know if it shows on his what's the name. Then there's Darth Vader, which after watching that the comedy movie with Anna Kendrick, where she says, I don't like cinema, Darth Vader means dark father in German. That kind of killed it. And then I ordered a Batman, and then I got this chase where I'm so sorry, I know that the light's doing stuff. He's completely see-through, kind of like metal glass. Obviously not, but that's quite cool. But I'll have to ask for another one as well, purchase another one, because I love the And then just on this side, while we're waiting for the, how safe can bubble wrap be if you can trip over it? Think about it. I did the Joker because that cabinet, which doesn't look like much, holds to just under 300. I'll show it to you just now, but I did check if it was a chase. I'm not into chases and making money off all of these. Harley Quinn winking, done. Disney 100, that was pretty cool. I was quite surprised with that. A Catwoman, which was awesome, and then Oswald. I've always liked Colin Farrell, and then Oswald Cobblepot was awesome. I don't think I've got I probably do, but the Batman, which is why before we have to go to seminars and conferences, etc., I need to spend the weekend writing down stuff, because right now my duplicates are in the double digits. And then Marvel, from the 2 boxes. I'm really liking these Biddy Pops. That's better, but not really. I don't know. I like them, but I'm a bit worried that Funko are going to go to town on making set design where you have to buy the tiny Biddy Pops and only available in mystery boxes. So I've got the Avengers Tower. I don't know why they haven't done Guardians of the Galaxy, which is my team. And then the Cos Baby from Hot Toys and all of that are $100, which is still way too expensive. Hulk versus, sorry for going into landscape mode here, but it's the only double. Obviously we have a NW, a triple, but that says Barnes and Noble exclusive, and here we are sitting in Austria doing Hulk versus Thanos. I've got both of them separate and outside the box, because when I first had kids, I was like, yeah, go play with them. They're just toys, which is why Chris must throw a tantrum when I phone him and ask him to hunt down the original Guardians of the Galaxies number 40 onwards, etc. Scarlet Witch, I'm sure I've got it, but I love these black and white ones, and with Carpenter who's gonna convert this into moving up the way into the leading office. So by cutting off this door, or at least turning this into a door, then I'll be able to start seeing what I have, because right now it's just, as you can see, the Guardians of the Galaxy shelf is just a duplication. And then obviously the Lego phase, the Hot Toys phase. I don't know where I put my there it works. I'm always surprised when this works. So, let me move that there. Not very clear. Sorry about that. Not very clear at all. It's actually quite a shitty video. But you know, it's Guardians. I shook some stuff up. So it's, you know, Groot, Star-Lord, Gamora, Thanos, then the Legends, Drax died, rip in peace. Deadpool trainee died, rip in peace. And then, like I said, the Lego thing, these stupid, you know, a tree is going to be driving a 1973 Ford Bronco. Star-Lord's driving a Mustang naturally. I think those are the Jacker. What are they? The janitor? Jarter, you know. Good old John Wick for hot release. Broke his gun on the first day, but I mean, you can see how crazy. I mean, you can load the guns, and then here is just kind of like Thor Ragnarok, Ronin. I just like the Death Stormtroopers, and then Black Widow, and then of course I had to for some reason find it very scary, and then maybe I should have opened the glass, and then Ronaldo's box from Sporting Lisbon, where I come from originally. Just autographs and jerseys and autobiographies again, etc, etc. And this is what I was talking about, the bitty bops is you know, is getting 1, 2, 3 Captain Americas. 1 to 3 Captain Americas, and you know, that's out of 2 packs. Here's a triplicates. Sorry, Chris. And then, you know, this 12 pack of Infinity Saga. I'd much prefer to rather. I'm so sorry I can't get out. There you go. And then, yeah, that was just a gift from the Hong Kong Hot Toys guys after I reached a certain expenditure, and that's a Funko. And then, like I said to you, this is what happens when you give your 4-year-olds Funkos. You know, they play with they play with them like they're toys, which is what they are. But you know, thanks to Chris for, you know, the Chris Pratt signed T'Challa. I wasn't actually first happy with him being Star-Lord in the What If series, but after what happened to Chadwick, we've gone full Black Panther, except the second one. And then Jurassic Park, the Dark Light, when he grabs the orb, after the dance off, and then Star-Lord Christmas, which Chris had to look everywhere for it, and then duplicates of that I don't mind, and then again thanks to Chris last year for getting the High Evolutionary Rocket Kraglin signed by Sean Gunn by Kraglin, with the arrow which was awesome. And then I bought Adam Warlock at the same time, just like the whole series. And then I saw he has like maybe it's a creature. I need to watch the movie again. But I was like, oh no ways. This is 1214. It hasn't been mentioned. I must have a super duper one. Until I looked at 1214 and it was exactly the same. So, and Grady again from Jurassic Park with the dinosaur, and then Star-Lord Volume 2. So you see, I'm looking for, if anyone knows a person who has Volume 1 in their collection, in the boxes, preferably projectors, that'd be great. If be very interested in that. I'd ask Chris to go through it, and then Chris, as I'm pointing out the triple NWO, there it is over there. And then I've got about 6 Red Hulks at the moment, and I'm waiting for the last 2 of the Guardian ships put together, so I can show off the clip, and then also soccer cards. Don't get into soccer cards. There's 0 return unless you're willing to put 100 grand down. Okay, so lastly, out of the 2, Thanos, which was on one of those tiny shelves individually. He's now back in a box. Green Goblin looks stunning. Bishop, I want all the X-Men 97. If that theme tune doesn't do anything to you, then you're dead inside. Right your will. And then I opened up that box that you guys peer pressured me to purchase. I don't know what I did with it. There it is, the Captain America Civil War one. And I was surprised that none of them came in pop projectors, which is why I'm glad I ordered like 40 or whatever it was. So he's crushing the shield there. I can't see much, but he looks pretty good there. Good old Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider. I'm trying to keep it in line. I still need to Google who the Goblin Queen is, because I'm just like, are you talking about she's gobbling up people, or is she a goblin? And then the Christmas series for Guardians of the Galaxy, anything Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, there is one 440 holding, I don't know, jersey or something, and then 399, and then 65, so that's an original, like volume 1. And then I don't remember asking Chris, but you sorted me out with Flocked, which I only knew about. I mean, I can tell you the RPMs of what a 30mm cannon would do on a Typhoon, but Flocked was on one of the Hello Kitties I got on the mystery box, which is now sitting on the shelf of my daughter. So that was awesome. It's just nice to have duplicates, but they're different, so I guess they're not duplicates. And then I love this comic blurb, you know, I can do this all day because, you know, that is a saying, and it's his saying, you know. I don't want Star-Lord, you know, series and everyone coming out, and then it's just Christmas stuff, because I realized that I didn't have that much Spider-Man stuff, but as I was in my office now, and I've got my back to that wall, there's Venom. I didn't have that much Venom either. I see like 6 or 7 Venom, and then Carnage, just because of Woody Harrelson. I haven't watched the movies. I will do one day when I'm older, in the grave. And then this Black Panther I have 4 of. So yeah, but I'm trying to ask the carpenter how he's gonna do it. And then here, I don't know if this is the best way to do it. These are like Undertaker's 5 levels deep, so there's 4 behind him. And I quite like the side profile. So like here in this, there's only 2 drawers. This was here anyway. It's like guest bedroom, and we don't get a lot of guests. Normally we go to Venice, so our apartment there. No one wants to go to Austria unless they're crazy skiers. Conan, yeah, Yelena. This is all Marvel, except I got the black range of Batman. So like, under Batman is Catwoman, I think, and under Bane, no one cared who I was before the mask. Is the Penguin, and yeah, Craven, Deadpool, Loki, Blade, Rocky Balboa, Rocky blah, and then both Blades. Not a huge fan of these Million BC ones that you see on Marvel Snap, the app. That's cool because it's got Chadwick. But as you can see, 273. I was like, oh, okay, I've got duplicates. But then one's from Walmart, and one is helmeted, and the other one is not. So, and then Wolverine, obviously, every Wolverine possible, you know, not can you go to Japan, etc., etc. But I do think we should all chip in and send Chris and Richard and Connor to Japan for Comic-Con, because I think that would be insane what you get there. Spider-Man, all the dark ones, Punisher, there's April and KC, Undertaker will be added. There's the Red Hulk that I'm keeping. I'm trying to now figure out the Stan Lees that I have. Infinity Killmonger, and that's King Killmonger. Aaron Judge I was going to purchase, and I think I've seen him before. There's good old Diesel with that there. I'm not a Formula 1 fan, but my nephew is, but I keep effing up. He's a Ferrari fan. But but with all due respect, as a United fan, there's not much to do. So I've bought Senna, that, and then the car, which I don't know is fair. There's a Guardians of the Galaxy Thanos, the original, when, I don't know, Ronan fights with him and kills his what's her name? Kills his assistant. And then Eddie, Indiana, I was too late too. I need to get Invincible, Chris. And then this I haven't opened. John Wick, Winston, the purple, another huge, Groot, Wolverine and Sabretooth, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they can't fit in the top one, which is where, oh, they can. No, that's all the Guardians of the Galaxies and duplicates. But yeah, there's a lot of twin packs. So like I've the Hawkeye symbol and Thor assemble, so that I can build them. See, there's another Black Panther, so that's the 5th duplicate Black Panther. And then, yeah, got 2 Scott Pilgrims, and that's Superman, not Punisher. I don't even remember buying that, but I like the black suit. I do need to get a Punisher. Love the gold Stanleys. So yeah, that's it. So that is 2 boxes out of 6 that are incoming. And yeah, if anyone knows of anyone with volume 1, please let me know, because then I'll let Chris know so that he can get it for me. And then I do have to, and I know this is an incredibly long, boring video, but I do have to, with my shadow, yeah, it's 4 fudge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in my empty card collection, and it'll be a mystery box, and because it's the special recipes of the silvers, it'll be 30,000 rand each a ticket. And thank you to Chris and Richard and to Connor for that incredible present that you really didn't have to get. That is barring Star-Lord, the greatest comic book hero. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys when the other boxes arrive. And I still don't understand why what is this? Oh, okay, this is another Hot Toys. But I don't understand why there's no gold Drax. There's a goal every guardian, including the collector, instead of Drax. So yeah, it's a strange one, but I guess we're all looking for stuff. If there's anything that you see in my collection that you want, I'm not selling anything, but I'll talk to Chris, so maybe it works out a little bit cheaper. I mean, especially, I know the Black Panthers is a dime a dozen, but I'm very happy to send them across for duplication. I mean, even when I started collecting, I mean, the black lights, there's 2 Deadpool right next to each other. There's 2 Thor, but it's actually 4 Thor. I've got that there. I've got Taco. Taco helped. And you'll see with Rockets. Yeah, there's Rocket there. In black and white, but I can go here because I was thinking of putting in my new engineering PC. There's a Taco one. So yeah, that's why I need to Excel spreadsheet. So that's, I'm not sending back more than I'm ordering, which must be an absolute irritation. But thank you, everyone. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Richard. Thanks, Connor. And yeah, if there's anything that anyone sees that's, especially the One Piece and the mangas and the, I don't know, anime or whatever it is that they're called, please just let me know and I'll kudo them to you as long as I get Chris's authorization. Thanks, everyone. Good night.